Welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. So we are the 1000th human robot. We're not a human, we're a robot, but they like to think that they're humans. And I don't want to take that away from them, you know, because like who am I to say? Oh Jesus. So new human. Yeah, we're a new human. So anyways. Okay, yeah, so we just signed their petition. So let's see. We want to join the expedition, but I think we want to explore the town first. Damn, Jan. Sebastian. Sebastian! Was he a bro that I saved? So pretty here, dude. Who are you? Zana. Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. We love a gazebo. Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Gehenna Memorial Exhibition 312. Postponed in accordance with the new power management and distribution plan. Okay. It's so pretty, I just can't zoom in. Look at these flowers. Are you kidding me? Hello. What's your name? Sanchunanthian. Sanchuniathan. 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 Cry. Are you gonna cry? Oh.
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
Bro.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
Bro.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Now we've achieved the goal.
Well,
fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus?
Can't have come from the city. It's surely some kind of trick. It directed us to an island somewhere. It appeared to be human.
That's undeniably true. And what does that tell us?
The origin must also be human.
We can't know that for sure. It may, as Jacques suggested, be entirely alien and just presenting itself as human. I think wherever it came from,
now don't ask
we can
me.
reasonably hope to understand it in time. The apparition also directed us to an island outside the city. What can we assume from that?
We must treat its direction with suspicion. The center of this message is obvious at the location. We may learn more by following its directions.
That was my conclusion as well. I'm also sure that we lack the knowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude.
Damn, you got wrecked. Yeah. It must have been someone in the city. The cause of the phenomenon is more technologically advanced than we are. It could yeah.
Precisely. And that's something we can change.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
I considered some kind
Praise
of bug
Ja
in our
Rastafari.
code, but if so, it would have to be
True.
shared by all of us.
I don't know what that means, but true.
So, we're speculating
Spill the
again.
tea.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
I'd guess it's one of our kind behind this. I don't think it is one of us behind all this. I'd guess.
Can I quote you on that?
No. No, please don't.
1K may be new, but you've been figured out already, Crier. Well, thanks all for hashing this out with me. Let's hope the mayor signs off on exploring this island. I only wish I could join the expedition.
Why can't you?
If Melville's
Just
going,
do it.
someone has to stay behind to keep the lights on. I'm not letting Pellegrino near the dam. I hope the next time we speak we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Hello, Iranium, Uranium. I'm totally messed that up, but I have no idea if we can pick our sexuality in this. That would be very interesting to find out. Yeah, can we date? Can we like touch butts? I don't think we have gender, but I would like to be pink if possible. Hello?
Okay.
Sirius Black. Okay. Can we have a little robot family? Oh shit. How are there birds here? Are they robots too? Schuler. Hello, Schuler.
Oh wow, it's you. You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know where Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Hold on. One
Sorry,
question
it's
at a time.
just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda.
It's the adoring fan from Oblivion, True.
Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
Bye. Get away from me, you freak. That's kind of crazy. I'm just a normal citizen.
No need to be so modest. You're 1K, the one we've all been waiting for. But
What about
I understand.
999?
The greatest heroes are always humble. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise. I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
I blacked out. What? Helga is right. You should find something that makes you happy. Cornelius is right. You need to figure out what your connection to the city is. I was literally just born. I'm the last person you should be offering advice. Mayor Herman is right. You should do whatever the city needs most. Did you ask Byron?
Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that.
I was literally just born.
Please, 1K, I have no idea what to do. You have the founder's wisdom inside you. Help me.
Byron's right.
All right, if you say so. I'll think about it.
Think about it. Just think about it. Your biggest fan. Tell Schuler what to do with his life or not. The founder is inside all of us. What makes you happy? Yeah, maybe I should have said that. But they're robots. They can't feel happiness. You know what I mean? Oh my god, are they? I want to be her. I want to be her, him. No way. Why can't I be pink? Fearland, what the fuck? Wow, really, Mel? That's not very progressive. It's true. Sorry, I'm the only one who wants to speak the truth.
Bless you.
Founder bless you. And Founder be with you. Why can't robots be happy? Padme. Are you okay? Yo. Is that Alexandra Drennan? Jefferson.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K.
Bro?
Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
No. It is indeed.
I'm glad you think so. Our capacity to enjoy beauty is a big part of what makes us human.
What the fuck? It's so weird to like hear them say that they're human.
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
Tell me about the sculpture.
Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all.
Mother is
A
mothering.
remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor.
He must be 1K. Incredible guess considering you could just look at my collarbone to know. I know. Who is Alexandra Drennan?
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Why do I have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
Why do you admire her?
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learned that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Okay, bye.
Have a nice day.
Alexandra, you crazy.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the
We listened to this.
ancient city. But then I suddenly got
I remember.
scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Okay, but there are no people in the streets, so I'm just like, I wonder what she would think about all this. When I listen to this one. We're listening to this way out of order.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, We have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain.
No, we're
You
not.
have the capacity to remember.
It's such a mind fuck. This is such a mind fuck.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a
It's a cult. Yeah, it's a robot cult.
Leave a human being alone with blocks. And
I
they
think
can
Will
build
Smith is
something.
gonna jump out and like destroy us all.
We see the world
What was
as
that
a
movie? He was in iRobot or something.
We've always been a species of problem solvers.
Yeah. So like, where do we live? Do we just walk around all day? Don't we have homes? Can we have babies? Can we fall in love? Can I recharge somewhere? Or am I solar powered? Belmarsh.
Founder bless you, friend.
And founder bless you.
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all.
That's facts.
At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we're telling ourselves. The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story, full of twists and turns and surprises.
Cult leader, you're asking too many questions. True.
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space, and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
That sounds like a horrific violation of the conscious self. That sounds like a beautiful experience of unity.
It's not unity, but the absence of division. There was never a self or an other in the first place.
Okay, bye. Interesting. Oh no, I'm tarped. Okay, never mind. A printed edition of the complete works of Stratton and Stagira, the materialist philosopher who defined the Talos principle, edited by Athanasius T. Huber. A simple utensil used to transport nutritions to an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and a spoon. That's crazy. Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited. This led to major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields. A jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derived meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor Alexandra Drennan. While the item was displayed was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. Oh my god, a gun? Ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world. On average, ancient humans killed hundreds of times the population of New Jerusalem per year. Ancient human mastication apparatus required frequent maintenance. This device is theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose, although some scholars maintain that its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset. Cool. This is so crazy. Reach for the stars. Curiosity is what makes us human. Don't use your toothbrush as a device for daily... You don't use your toothbrush as a device for daily rituals? I certainly do. Museum visitor. Oh, cool. We saw that. Replica of a gargoyle asset found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque apotropic symbols common in the Middle Ages. The most famous historical gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase Keith, David, and Goliath. Keith, which describes two indomitable opponents who will never surrender. This reminds me I need to change my Sonic hair today. What's Sonic hair? Is that your toothbrush brand? I have a regular schmegula toothbrush. Replica of Roman statue found in the simulation. The decay of the Roman Republic into an empire of its eventual fall in the year like 1453 was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute of Applied Pneumatics. Nice. Dang. Replica of a statue of the Egyptian god Horus found in the simulation. One of this god's tasks was to uphold Ma'at, the balance of nature. It is speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder to the founder that the balance must be protected. Cute! Replica of a dragon statue found in the simulation. Dragons existed in every ancient mythology and are considered by modern historians to be a distant cultural echo of the dinosaurs. Originally a video game asset repurposed by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Are we in a simulation or is this like the real world? Cornelius.
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation.
He's all rusted.
My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
You're number 3?
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone. She was human. That's a difficult
You're in the
question.
real world playing a video game.
Perhaps
True.
one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind? To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Tell me about Elohim.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
Considering we left a simulation at the start, I think we're in the real world, but I guess... but it could be an Inception type situation, I guess, yeah. But I heard him in my dreams.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose.
What about Milton?
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome.
What happened, Milton?
No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him. I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future. Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation. And although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
Where the archive scholar? Was Athena a robot? I forget.
The archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you their leader?
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position. But these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall. He's an interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
What was Gehenna?
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disk. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Thank you. The earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing, no emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we've come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. The Shepherd. I don't know where I am, but there's something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding. Oh, these are all the puzzle things. Replica of a hexahedron uses a puzzle element in the simulation. The founder used them to activate pressure plates, scale walls, elevate connectors, and in a variety of other ways. Computer. Replica of a computer terminal from the simulation. Terminals allowed access to the files on the L system, including many that were loaded due to errors. They also allowed the founder to interact with the Milton library assistant. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? Hey, girl. I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. Bob. My eyes have been opened. The world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer, with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. This room is reserved for the archive scholars, but visitors are welcome to have a look around. Don't be afraid to ask about our research. Rand.
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Okay.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
I don't know. They call me 1K.
Of course. You're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty. This city's so obsessed with the numbers, they forget what really matters. What do you want?
What do you want? Who are you?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
Oi, shishoy. I might if you answer some questions for me.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to.
What do you make of recent events?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm
Mocking
sure
his
we'll do
accent
the
will
right
definitely
thing.
make you like him more. What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city.
Excuse me,
All
that
matters
robot.
to me is whether or
Rude.
not you're of good character. A matter I'm actively pondering.
What are your
The
ambitions?
secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
Thank you.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species have been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. Scientist. You're a scientist. The laboratory you worked for has collapsed. Although you are not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food for your family, you will starve to death. You must survive until the plague is defeated. What will you do? Forage. You find some nettles and overripe berries down by the canal. It'll make a meager salad. Your family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable but inefficient. Your family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere else in this city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution to the viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity is doomed. Do you know what to do? Pursue a breakthrough. History seems to be littered with eureka moments, heralding a step change in human understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. Research level remain the same. Current research level 0%. The virus is still unknown to the medical science. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by the billionaires in their underground bunkers. What will you do? Steal? You were caught stealing. You were lucky to escape with your life. Your family's hunger increased a lot. Stealing is high risk, high reward. Your family has starved to death. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. This is considered a fail scenario by most participants. Fine, I'll start again. I don't want to be a scientist. I'll be a witch. You're a witch. Your local coven has disbanded. Although you are not yet sick, most businesses are closed. Rations are dwindling if you cannot find forage. You search some dumpsters and find some old fruits and vegetable peelings. Soup for dinner. Your family's hunger is increased. Global population 5 billion. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution for the viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity's doomed. You know what to do. Research. It's not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of repetitive testing of samples and regimented recording of largely interchangeable results. Little by little, this is how science happens. Research levels increase a little. Research is reliable but inefficient. Research level 33%. The virus has been isolated. Global population is now 4 billion. Forage. Research. Forage. Locusts have left nothing untouched. Your foraging was useless. If you survive today, you'll have no choice but to eat bugs. Tomorrow, your family's hunger increases a lot. Your family is starved to death. God damn it. Let's do the witch again and see if we can get a better outcome. And then maybe if we steal for the last one. Suddenly a breakthrough. The antivirus can be released as an aerosol carried on the wind and dispersed worldwide in a matter of days. This approach poses some risk to invertebrate life. The spiracles of cockroaches, flies, and locusts are particularly likely to convert the aerosol into highly poisonous compounds. Estimates suggest a 90% fatality rate among these species and anything or anyone which consumes them. Use character class special ability? As a witch, you're able to remake reality with the power of your mind alone. If you believe that the locusts remain safe to eat and that humanity will be saved from the virus, and that is what will happen so far as you are concerned, regardless of the protestations of your eyes and ears. Text on the screen can say whatever it likes and is likes about the possibility of saving everyone. Your reality is yours to weave. Save everyone, no matter how unlikely. Two competing realities spread out before you, and one the antivirus is released, bonding with the cirrocumulus cloud layers and falling as rain across the planet. 87.5% of human population has perished, but the last remaining billion will live to die another day. In the other, the scientists agree that the risk is too great to release the antivirus, much to the surprise of almost everyone everywhere. You view the possibilities through a haze of dispassion and make the simple decision to merge them and have both. Why shouldn't you? You're a witch. Congratulations. This is considered a win scenario by the majority of participants. Would you like to try again? I think that's good. Don't save the world, just Avada it. Honestly, I don't think wiping out 90% of those pops would have that big of an impact. Those are fast breeding creatures. Yeah. I used it.
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation. You must have questions.
What was that?
Before our ancestors died, they built an iterative simulation, gave it access to the archive, and hooked it all up to the hydroelectric dam which still runs this city. What you experienced on that terminal was one of the fossilized remains of that program.
What's the goal?
The goal was to create a new consciousness, and thus propel humanity into a post-biological era. My life's work. A small sliver of our primordial ooze.
Ooze.
It's a jumble of ancient data, or what it evolved into, and it's the source of almost everything we know.
What is a simulation?
My appearance to you right now is part of the simulation. The lands and puzzles in our dreams are part of the simulation. It's the veil through which we see the world.
The program on the terminal, where did it come from?
Many of the artifacts we study have no clear origin. We can't know whether our ancestors created them long before the simulation existed, or if they're just a product of our shared subconscious.
No further questions.
Then I have some questions for you. Your experience of the program. How did it feel?
Felt weird. It was frustrating.
It can be, can't it? But for a scholar like myself, it's essential to persevere until you understand what you're looking at. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible.
No, I got it.
It seems to demand sacrifice.
No, I have it.
Did you have the same experience?
No, I got a good outcome. I got a perfect score and saved everyone.
Impossible. I studied this artifact for weeks. You're either lying or you're deluded. Which is it?
It's the truth. My truth, at least. I may be deluded.
I'm getting that impression. I don't suppose you'll have anything useful to add.
Rude?
But you may as well see what you think the
From
program is trying
behind,
to tell us.
Look at the VOD.
Look at the VOD. I saved everybody. I'm a
This
witch.
artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws
What is
we
that
follow,
guy who
people
keeps like
suffer and
walking in front of
die,
me?
so
It's
what's
rude.
the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
Morality demands we respect individual rights. Morality demands virtue. Morality demands sacrifice for the greater good. Morality demands love and compassion regardless of the cost. Morality is meaningless. We should do whatever we please. Morality can't reduce to a simple set of rules. I can't put it into words, but I'm pretty sure there's a right answer.
You might be right. My research draws me inescapably to the conclusion that there is a concrete rule set for moral behavior. We just need to find it.
I don't know about that.
Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize our potential as a species.
We're not a species, we're robots.
Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research. I wish you well on your inwards journey.
I just want to see a map of like every single thing. Welcome, scholar. Infinite growth. Our society is sick, and the idea that's made sick is those who propose techno fixes to our problems are making the mistakes of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate change is one of the many symptoms. This is called being green. More isn't always better. This infinite growth on a finite planet thing is driving me up a wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth. It's the increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals? Have you noticed the lack of affordable housing? The stock market's going great, though. Fake numbers are indeed growing infinitely. Yes, sir. But in the real world, investment and research is down. Huge areas of potential technological advancement are just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. Orangutans went extinct on a global level, and nobody fully understands why. But hey, who needs better medical technology? Viruses have never jumped species before, have they? LOL. ELOL. Replica of the pressure plate. A puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by having a weight placed on them. Replica of the fan. A puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be used to propel an object or placed horizontally on the ground, cause it to hover. Replica of an emitter. A puzzle element used in the simulation. Finding ways of connecting them to receivers was one of the main challenges faced by the founder. Replica of a receiver, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by being connected to an emitter. Replica of a jammer, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Jammers were capable of disabling some but not all other puzzle elements. Replica of an electrified sphere used as an obstacle and puzzle element in the simulation. The founder sometimes placed hexahedrons on top of such objects, demonstrating her lateral thinking skills. Replica of a connector, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Connectors would emit laser-like beams of light that were capable of powering receivers. Non-explosive replica of a mine used as a puzzle element in the simulation. Scholars believe that Elohim derived these from his asset collection and that the creators of the simulation did not originally intend for them to be used. Wait, what? Julian. Dang, Julian. Oh, hell yeah. Flippin' got him. Aw, shit. Oh, damn, that's really close. Bro, what the fuck? Okay. No creepy face this time. Yeah, true. I kind of miss it. Flipping got him. I wonder if we could do the LOL on any of them. Oh yeah, on that one we will. Okay, we'll try it. A mess. Damn. god, why is this so difficult? Oh shit! I flippin' did it. These always feel like you're at most 2 blocks off at all times, yeah. Okay, do we think the LOL is gonna work? Aw, it didn't work. That sucks. I really wanted it to. Oh, it didn't work. That's disappointing. Tragic. This game is unplayable, honestly. Uninstall. about to. Those out of the way. Get these out of the way. God damn it. Nice and organized. And just in time, it's midnight. Okay, cool. We did all these puzzles. Hell yeah. And I will end the episode there. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you think so far. I'm finding it interesting. You know, I was expecting more puzzles, but I'm kind of actually pleasantly surprised there's not as many puzzles, at least so far. I'm like getting, you know, into the game. I'm getting invested. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, comment, do all the things, and we'll catch you next time.